Okay, so I am home now and I'm going to be continuing on with the Aquarius or INTJ and Pisces INFJ. What is introverted intuition? So, what does introverted intuition do? It searches for a deep layer of meaning, and I looks for hidden patterns and trends, and I foresees implications and likely results. Is the foundation of strategic thinking, sees things from many different perspectives, reads between the lines, looks for the unseen ripple effects of current experiences and actions, and looks for symbolism and significance behind reality. So, keynotes or words for introverted intuition. NI users are literally able to will their way through life. Represents willpower, freedom, or needing freedom, deeper insight, inner perception, enjoy tinkering with ideas, perspectives, theories, visions, stories, symbols, and metaphors. Thinking or cognitive processing occurs outside of their conscious awareness. Their best thinking is typically done without thinking, at least not consciously. Like when you stop looking for something, you end up finding it. Okay, so introverted intuition does most of its work subconsciously, causes an NI user to be viewed as having some degree of psychic or prophetic abilities, relies heavily on visual than any other sense, thinks in images rather than words. NI users, especially the heroes and the parents, they are viewed as the dreamers, the artists, the seers. They are concerned about big picture or holistic thinking. They have a strong sense of foresight and can serve as the driving force behind the desire to see their ideals actualized. Insights are associated with a gut sense of conviction and certainty. And I will take the vision and turn it into reality through mental transmutation. So it's like alchemy. They tend to plot themselves a course within a hero. They consider their goal like the one true path, the most efficient and effective path forward, because extroverted intuition is looking at all of the paths. So the individual NI user knows deep down what they want for their own future and wants to stay focused on their goal and focused on their path. NI is extremely tunnel vision, like a sniper rifle, and is more responsive, while NE or extroverted intuition is like a buckshot, so multiple paths forward and initiative. Introverted people are responsive and they tend to reflect and take in ideas and sit on things and think about things. And then extroverted people are more initiative, assertive, and they see many different opportunities and potentials. So, introverted intuition is also known as the luck cognitive function, seeming to always run into good luck. Hello, Jupiter, for Pisces, anyway. So, NI users to other people, they can seem scattered or only see their own way. NI needs freedom in their thinking and ability to communicate. NI users enjoy tinkering with ideas, perspectives, theories, visions, stories, symbols, and metaphors. NI users rely on visuals more than any other sense. They literally think in images rather than words, so they're considered the oracles, shamans, dreamers, seers, and artists. They're concerned with the big picture in a holistic way because they want to understand how things work at a fundamental and root cause level. NI users love complex systems. They tend to be strategic rather than tactical in the moment. NI users are good at spotting trends and patterns and can easily connect the dots. So tell an NI user what actions you've been taking, and they normally tell you future implications. They put loads of pressure on themselves and can be very critical of themselves. They can have a hard time adapting, like SI. So NI is always on an axis with SE, and then NE is on an axis with SI. So NI prefers structure and planning, while NE is more impulsive. So NI users prefer to have a plan in place. So they're strategic. They're like, I'm going to do this and this and this. And then if something alters their plans, they can tend to get moody, or it takes them a while to gather themselves again. NI struggles to verbalize thoughts, while NE is good at producing words. So NI users can tend to have a harder time communicating what is going on internally. And then NE is better at producing, better ways of communicating what they have on their mind. And I may fail to provide context, so they can be very tunnel vision and sharing only what is absolutely relevant. So they're not informational. They will not tend to beat around the bush, so they're very direct with their communication. So they only share what is absolutely relevant. And then NE can get distracted and follow many different rabbit holes. They can tend to go down multiple holes, is what I'm trying to say. But NI can be very narrow-minded, while NE can lack focus, but have many more possibilities potentially. They can see more potentials. NE shares information, so it's extroverted sharing of the ideas and theories, while NI, going in, they tend to gather a lot more information and sit on things longer. So the Aquarius or INTJ, they are introverted, they're intuitive thinking and a judging type. It is considered to be about 1% of the population. They are see it through intellectuals. Air sign is the intellectual. They are direct, responding, and movement oriented in their interaction style, primary and secondary. They can have a hard time starting things, Aquarius is, but will stop at nothing to finish anything they start. So they are a fixed sign. They can be very fixated. They are future focused. They always have a plan, process, or routine. They don't like it when someone else does this to them, helps them with their planning, but they have no problem making someone else a plan. So they do not want to be boxed in. They can be very wanty. They will their way through life. They are very goal-oriented, and they love to execute plans. Okay, so some examples of introverted intuition playing out in real life. So Aquarius is in Pisces with the NI hero and the SE inferior. They can tend to have serious performance anxiety. Aquariuses can tend to have that worse than Pisces or INFJs. INTJ has the FE trickster, so they don't know if people like them or not. Pisces have the FE parent, so Pisces tend to be more engaged with others' feelings on things. So Aquarius can tend to feel like they have an endless loop of, I don't know what I'm doing. Should I be doing this? How are people perceiving me? I'm not really sure. They don't know if they should initiate or not. They are an introvert, so it can be harder for an Aquarius to initiate in social interactions and conversations. They can become one of the best types, execute projects and be initiative when they have a goal and they're serious about it, and try to manage the thinking and experiences of other people. So that is the extroverted thinking. They can get very emotionally drained from social settings. So in order to grow, you have to keep social relationships. They tend to isolate. They can pick up on mannerisms quickly, and they can tune into actually seeing what people are good or not good at within their roles. Aquariuses are very good at treating everyone the same, as if everyone is on the same field. That is a major thing. Aquariuses like to keep everyone in the loop when it comes to information, or even technically how to do things and how things work. They need to see how social interactions impact themselves. They can be out of tune with that, like socially awkward. They often become unhealthy and have, because the SE inferior, they have, that means that they have SI demon, and SI represents how we feel within ourselves, how in tune are we with our bodies. SI is kind of like, yoga, it can be working out, just being very in tune with how you're feeling physically, even, and your health. So, Aquariuses can be very detached from their own physical body and their health. So, that can play out as they don't have a sleep schedule. The SI demon can really eat them from the inside out. They have like no internal clock, so they need to be sure that they stay on a good eating and sleeping schedule. So, an Aquarius's or INTJ's purpose in life is to become a master of any skill. They must use the skill so they don't lose it. Sagittarius's, for example, once they learn something, they're like the craftsman. Once they learn how to do something, they tend to remember it, but Aquarius, they tend to be consuming tons of information, and the new information pushes out the old. And they are the personality type that really benefits from continuous practice, because then that can allow them to truly master any skill. They are always focused on the best way to do something, and that can be technically and mechanically. They're not really always aware of what others are getting out of situations. They are more about optimization of systems, so they are systematic and pragmatic. They're very independent in their decision making, and they are focused on processes and systems and how those work. So it's kind of like a technical, mechanical thing rather than a interpersonal thing. So because they're not really in tune with the interest, the motive of people, they can become very worried of people having bad intentions, and that can tend to lead to paranoia. Virtue is being too trusting or just being trusting in general, and their vice is paranoia. So they can kind of swing back and forth between those extremes. So, NI Hero believes anything is possible. They believe that they can get whatever they want. It also makes it hard to let go of things. Willing to do whatever it takes to make their goals happen. So they can be very super high performers. The NISE can tend to play out like performance anxiety and like doing a good job. They're not really aware of what people are thinking or feeling about them, actually. But because they're so worried about their performance and if they're doing a good job, they can become super high performers and no one can outperform them if they are practicing their craft. So they do need to hold themselves to deadlines. They can tend to procrastinate. So they definitely need to focus on a schedule and planning small steps towards their larger goals. They have something to prove and to have some great work, so they're all about their whatever project, master project they are working on.